Morning, it's 8:05. It's very overcast here today. I don't think we're going to see much sun, but it's not going to be cold. I mean, it's kind of warmish now still. It's spitting a bit though. It's not going to turn into proper rain, but it's spitting a bit now. Anyway, so today I'm just going to do, I found a new guy actually called Adrian Bryant, at Adrian Bryant. So there's a 30-minute low impact low jack, they call it, like jumping jacks, but your feet don't leave the floor, just wave your arms around a lot. So he does it for 30 minutes. I'm gonna try for the 15, because then I want to do some leg exercises for another lady I found, a lady called at Petra Genko, Genco, at Petra Genko, that's her channel. So I'm gonna try and do this 15 minutes for this Adrian chap, see how I get on, because it's very fast. Despite being low impact, it looks very fast, and there's a lot of arm movement, and I don't know, not sure how my shoulders are going to take it, so I might have to put my arms out at some point. Anyway, we'll see. Yeah, and then I want to do some of these Petra Genko things. We'll see how we get on with the timings of these, and then I might just do sort of 5 minutes on the rebounder at the end to sort of do some lymphatic stuff, or just marches or something. So let's see how we get on today. I've got a bit of a bit twingy in my lower back, so I don't know if I slept funny. Okay, so you're on, of course you're on. Yeah, okay, right, let's go with this guy then, Adrian Bryant. So what this is all about is you're doing these like jumping jacks, but you're not jumping, so you're just kind of stepping from side to side, but you're doing your arms like you were doing jumping jacks, or almost as if you were. And the idea is that you do this for 10 seconds, then you rest for 10 seconds. Then the next time you do it for 20 seconds and you rest for 10 seconds. Then you do it for 30 seconds and you rest for 10 seconds. And then you do it for 40 seconds and you rest for 10 seconds. Then you come back down. So you do it for 40 seconds, rest for 10. Do it for 30, rest for 10. Do it for 20, rest for 10. Do it for 10, rest for 10. So that is one set. And basically, set 2 is that, but back to back. So you go all the way up, you come all the way down, you rest for 10 seconds, you go all the way up again, you come all the way back down again, and then you can rest for a minute. And then set 3 is you do it for 3 sets. So up, down, rest for 10, up, down, rest for 10, up, down, and that's your third time doing, and then you're finished. And I didn't really read the instructions properly, because obviously once you've done sets 1 and 2, your kind of heart rate's really elevated, so you probably burn more fat, he says, in the last set, which obviously is going to take about 15 minutes, because the first set takes about 5 minutes, and then set 2 takes about 10, and then the third set takes about 15. So yeah, so you probably burn more fat. So I probably should have kept going at this point and done it again, but I didn't read the instructions properly. I'll know for next time. Anyway, it's I was quite impressed how my shoulders held up, actually. I thought they'd be worse than they were, but yeah, but it does challenge you, that's for sure. Anyway, it's just a different one, and he's got some really kind of quite fun exercises. There's one which I'm going to try, where he sort of flaps say like a lightweight microfiber blanket or something, not something very heavy or anything, and he has a piece of toilet tissue on a table with a glass on top of it, and you sort of sit a bit away from it, and you kind of wave around the blanket, so that the toilet paper is blowing in the breeze, as it were. And if it's not going mad, you're not waving hard enough. And it is all about getting your heart rate up. And you know, because you can't spot, you know, we all know this, you can't spot reduce fat. You have to lose fat from everywhere, and the only way you're going to do that is by getting your heart rate up and burning calories, basically. So yes, you can improve the muscle tone, you can spot improve the muscle tone under the fat, but you're never going to see those muscles unless you get the fat off. So his channel is very much about, you know, aerobic stuff, heavy aerobic stuff, but fun as well. He has another one where he shows how to tone up your arm muscles by cleaning your windows. So he has like a cleaning cloth on in each hand, and he actually he stands either side of a, you know, door, and he kind of is doing circles to clean the door. I can't do that because my doors are panelled, so with great big indents. But I was thinking, well, I could do it on my patio doors. I could stand either side of my patio doors and do it. And you can even do it sitting down. I mean, it's not bothered as long as you're burning calories somehow, as long as you're moving your body, so that you're burning calories. So I might give that. Actually, my windows could do with a clean, if I'm honest with you. So well, my patio door windows could. So I might give that a whirl, see how that looks. But yeah, so check him out because he's fun. You know, he's a good fun guy, and his workouts, his narrative. Obviously, I can't play that for you, unfortunately, but his narration is interesting as well. It's quite fun too. So he does kind of help you to keep the energy up and keep you going. Okay, that's me just coming up to say I've done my one set. So I've done up to 40 seconds and then back down from 40 seconds. So I've just done 10. So I'm just about to start my second set now. Oh, get the water in me. Right, here we go with the first 10 seconds of the low impact jacks. Then a 10-second break. And now this is the 20 seconds. And now another 10-second break. And then this time we're going for 30 seconds. Another 10-second break. Now we're going for 40 seconds. So after this, we get another 10-second break. Then we go for 40 seconds again. Then a 10-second break. Then 30 seconds. 10, 20 seconds. 10, 10 seconds. And then we get a minute. Oh no, this is the second set, so we get 10 seconds, then we start again. Yeah, it's not until you don't get a minute until you've finished completely, so you have to do this back to back before you get a minute's rest. And then you do the third set. But so you get the idea anyway. I was glad it was a bit cooler today, to be honest with you, when I was out there. But it was still warm. I was out a bit later. It wasn't like it was 6:30 in the morning today. Because some mornings I've been out there, I've had to have a sort of sweat top on because it's been quite chilly. But it wasn't today. It was still quite pleasantly warm. The rain didn't amount to anything. I didn't think it would. It's not supposed to hold out though for the rest of the week. So I don't know. I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do. If it's absolutely chucking it down. I mean, I don't think it'd be chucking it down, but if it's horrible, I might just have to go for walks if it's horrible weather. It just goes to show you, though, what was it yesterday? It's day 16, day 17 today. There hasn't been a single day when rain has interrupted play, shall we say. I have to admit, it's been a fantastic summer for possibly my last summer in Cardiff. Especially, having complained about leaving for the weather. It's typical. I must get out there with this. I keep looking down. I'm looking at these weeds that are growing up. I've basically massacred these weeds several times on my patio using, a weed killer, but they keep coming back. So I'm going to have to use the old boiling water trick, I think. Unfortunately, the weed killer did kind of control most of them, but I'm definitely going to have to boil a kettle today, I think, and just chuck boiling water on them. Because in the bit you can't see where the table is, they're kind of getting quite bad. So I'll just try and kill them off with some boiling water. I'll do that when I finish this and got this video sorted out. I think I look quite funny. I think I've got quite a small head. It kind of doesn't fit the proportions of my body. I've got this it looks like they've got this little pin head and this this huge body. Oh God, I wish I was more in proportion. And yeah, talking about doing leg exercises, I was looking at my legs in the mirror. I was thinking, when did I lose my ankles? And so I typed that into Google. It's very much, I mean, my ankles, oh God, I haven't had them for years properly. They never really returned to normal after I'd had my son. But it's all a combination of, when I typed it in, the pregnancy and then low, what's the word I'm looking for? That's the word. Hypothyroidism impacts, because it's a hormonal thing, that impacts as well. Then the menopause, then obviously being overweight doesn't help. So, and I saw this lady, this Petra lady. She's got fantastic, really toned legs. And I was thinking, yeah, I must do something. I mean, I'm getting more paranoid about bits of me the longer this goes on. Obviously, I wanted toned arms for the wedding. Well, that's not happening. I think a brachioplasty is looking more and more attractive as time goes on, frankly. Especially as I see my bingo wings flying about in these videos. It's like, oh my God. I mean, that they're never going to get sorted out, are they, from just from doing exercise? I mean, you can improve the look of certain parts, but I mean, that's never going to get any better. So I think I've got to put up and shut up, or go and get surgery on them. But that terrifies them out of me anyway. Well, I'll think about that. I'm not thinking about that yet. So yeah. So, but I thought, no, I really want to start trying to get toned legs, improve the tone of my legs as well as the strength. But I would like, to improve the tone as well. So I'm going to start doing her exercises. Her and this Meredith lady's exercises, and I'll alternate them, because I know they say, don't they, you shouldn't overtrain your muscle. So if you do something one day, you give it give it 48 hours for the fibers to, because you're tearing the fiber, you're causing micro tears, aren't you, in the fibers, and then they have to repair, and then you go again, and this is how you get stronger muscles. So I'm going to have to do, with the strength training and everything, I'm going to have to sort out a proper program. I've lost complete track of where I am now, but I'm looking almost done in there. Oh God. This is not me practicing my dance floor moves for the wedding, by the way. I think I punched myself in the head there at one point. 10-second break. Right, well that was halfway through that workout. So I'm going to stop there for that for now. Actually, I was quite surprised how long my arms kept going for, but I want to do these leg exercises. So let's do those. So this is not so much counting. This is, she does these leg raises for 1 minute, which is more of a warm up really than anything else. So yeah, look at my stomach getting in the way. Honestly, God, I can't wait for that to be gone. Yeah, God, it's embarrassing. Look at all that. Anyway, it is what it is. I'll be a bionic woman this time next year. With all my walking around Tbilisi and eating healthy. Well, I'm not eating unhealthily. I don't eat unhealthily now, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, amazing how long a minute lasts when you're just lifting one knee after another. I was like, Jesus, how long's a minute? Oh dear. There's me thinking that I was a minute. No, it wasn't quite a minute. It was difficult to see the timer. Okay, so these were what she calls sumo leg pulses. So you drop into a squat position and then you just pulse. And these are very good for the inner thighs. So I'll probably look to do this at least. I mean, I did it twice today. So I did the 20 pulses and then I went and did a couple more exercises and then I did another 20, which you'll see. Okay, so these are reverse leg lunges. She does them sort of alternate legs. And she holds a weight in both hands, but I was a bit worried about my knees, about my balance, so I decided to hold on to a chair and just do 10 on one leg and 10 on the other. Yeah, so that's what she does. And the idea was to get lower. I mean, actually, that's not too bad there. I was a bit worried about my knee, not the supporting knee. Where you can actually feel it, I could really feel it in the supporting leg. Right at the top of your thigh, where your thigh meets your bottom. You could really feel it there. Here we go, on the other leg as well. I should probably try and do 2 sets of these, but I only did 1 set of each today. But I'll aim to increase that to 2 sets in future if I'm doing this regularly. Because you could probably knock these out quite quickly in terms of doing 2 sets of maybe starting off with 10 reverse leg crunches, 10 on each side, and maybe building up over time to 12, 15, 20. Aim to do 2 sets of 10, whatever, 10, 12, 20, 15 to start off with, confused. And then build up to 3 sets. So you could do those quite quickly. The squats, the sumo squats, 20 pulses, well, maybe do that 3 times, work up to 3 times a session, and maybe increase to 30 pulses. And then these squats, yeah, I think I did 20 today. And maybe look to build that up over time. Maybe start off with 2 sets of 20 and then build that up over time as well. So yeah, I think you could probably knock these out quite quickly, and I think you'll see a big difference in your leg tone in a very short period of time. And I've talked previously about Dr. Jason Fung and his revelations on what just doing 20 squats a day can do for you as you age, and the importance of that. So this was my second set of 20 sumo pulses. And as we're talking leg strength, let's not forget our exercise snacks of calf raises and ankle raises to improve strength and balance and help with circulation. Yeah, so you'll probably see me talking throughout this because I did have my mic on and I did have my receiver plugged in, but for whatever reason, the connection failed. I don't know whether I thought I turned my mic on, or hadn't pushed the receiver in far enough into the phone, but I was chatting all through this and none of it was recorded. So I'm just going to repeat what I said there, here. So I just thought I'd come on because what I think I recorded maybe about 22 minutes or something of actual exercise. Obviously the breaks were included in the Adrian Bryant stuff, but you know, I just kind of cut out all the dead wood in the other exercise. And there's not long breaks. Not I'm sitting around for half an hour and coming back and doing another one or anything like that. But yeah, I did cut the breaks out. So it didn't appear that I'd done 30 minutes of exercise. So I thought, well, I'll just come on and do half an hour. Sorry, not half an hour. I thought I'd come on and do 10 minutes on the rebounder just to wrap things up for today. And I thought I'd start with doing sort of well, it was kind of as long as I could go, because I think I did this the other day, and I think I managed 90 seconds with the weights in my hand of kind of intentional marching. So this is kind of getting your steps in, really. So I think as I said, I managed 90 seconds. And today I managed 2 minutes. So I was quite pleased with that. Yeah, so obviously this is quite intentional marching in terms of, you're putting your foot quite forcefully into the rebounder, creating that kind of resistance with your muscles, which strengthens all your muscles, which is great for your legs, but also great for your body all over. And yeah, this is all helping with lymphatic drainage, especially once I get started with the health bounce. And I was just saying as well that it's been it seems like weird, it's 2 weeks and we'll be in September, because that always just, sparks to me, the idea of going back to school, autumn term, Halloween, bonfire night, Christmas, that kind of thing. It really is then, isn't it? Head down to Christmas once the kids go back to school in September, because it always takes me back to my school days. Yeah, just saying what an amazing summer we've had. It's been fantastic, and it's a bit ironic, really, that probably my last summer in Cardiff for a number of years, if everything goes according to plan, has been so brilliant. Not so brilliant if you've had your house burnt down like the poor people in Stourbridge. That was awful. But yeah, it's been fantastic here. And, this is what is this now? Is it day 17 today? Yeah, it was day 6. No, hang on. Where are we? So, yeah, day 16 yesterday, wasn't it? So it's day 17 today. And, there's not been a single day where I couldn't go outside and do this. So that's great. I don't know. Apparently the weather is going to be changing a bit this week. So I don't know whether my luck's going to hold. I mean, hopefully, if it does rain or if it does get a bit drizzly, there'll be a couple of hours break or something when I can get out and do something. But if not, if it's going to be horrible all day, then I might just have to resort to going on walks and taking you with me on walks and things. Yeah, so just saying, it's funny to think that it's, the reason I'm leaving, or one of the main reasons I'm leaving Cardiff, is because I'm just so sick of the awful weather. But it's not just about the summer weather. I mean, we've had some awful summers. since I've lived here. I mean, really just awful. And the most annoying thing is that, you get as far as Swindon and the weather completely changes. Everyone east of Swindon has had a fantastic, everyone east of Bristol, I mean, everyone east of the flipping bridge has had a fantastic summer. And you cross over the bridge and it's just like, oh my God, here they come, the rain clouds rolling in. But it's not just about shitty summers. It's about awful, horrible winters where you just barely see any sunlight. So yeah, all the time I'm thinking about what a fantastic summer it's been here. I have to think about what an awful winter it was. But there you go. So yeah, I'm just saying I'm feeling so much better on this trampoline in terms of, I'm not out of breath. I could just keep going for ages like this. And I just hope my knee starts to improve. I mean, it's not in any pain. It's not pain. It's not. It's not even real discomfort. It's just that I can feel it. When you're watching me here, it's just that I can feel it. When I can't feel, just completely. Can't feel my. You're not conscious, are you, of your joints? And I'm not conscious of my left knee joint, but I am conscious of my right knee joint. So that would be great if that could get sorted out. So I also wanted to just thank everybody for all the lovely comments I get. It's so lovely because obviously, you see so many gym bunnies, don't you? I'm not on Instagram. It's too depressing. God, how could you be on Instagram over 30? It's beyond me, frankly. But there you go. Yeah, so it's nice to have sort of people in the comments and saying, you're doing well, and saying that I've inspired them to get up and, dust off their kettlebells. One lady said she dusted off her kettlebell the other day. Another lady said she watched a few of my videos and bounced her way through all of them, which was great. Other people saying they've started going for walks. I mean, it's just brilliant. And I think it's because I'm a real person and, God, look at me. So people can relate to that because obviously, if you're in your mid-60s or whatever and you haven't been inside a gym for 25 years, it can feel maybe intimidating to start or think it's not worth it. But it is worth it. So I would say definitely if you are in any way inclined, then just do something. As I said, my main driver is health and fitness because I don't want to be physically incapable when I'm living alone. I want to be as strong as possible if I'm going to be living alone in a foreign country. And balance is a big thing for me. I mean, my mum fell a couple of times and, one time she was in the road and she literally couldn't get up. And fortunately, a man, it was a quiet sort of road and a man came out and saw her in the road and helped her to her feet. But, the embarrassment of being in the street, lying in the street and not being able to get yourself up would just be horrendous. But there you go. So balance is a big thing for me. Strength is a big thing for me in terms of just being capable of being able to get up, get out of a chair, being able to get down onto the floor. I mean, it was really weird actually the other last week when the eclipse was on because, I went up to the field and I was watching people arriving and they're just like plopping themselves down onto the grass. And I was standing there looking at this grass thinking, how the hell do I get down there? And it's not so much because of, sorry, don't keep harping on about this knee, but because this knee is like, I can't just like drop down, and you think to yourself, when was it that I lost the ability to just drop to my knees and sit on the grass? Because now it's like, well, I sort of look at the space and I think, well, if I put that foot there, if I bend that knee then, if I do this, if I roll this way, I mean, it's like a military operation just to drop yourself like, 2.5 feet onto the floor. I mean, I had to buy a kneeling pad to do my cleaning because you do lose fat around your knees, because you do lose fat pads and things around your knees when you're older, as you get older. So, even kneeling, excuse me, even kneeling on the floor is, you know, a lot more painful because you're kind of kneeling straight on bone because you've lost all the fat cushioning around your knees. So yeah. So yeah, so it's just that kind of a mobility of being able to get down onto the floor and be able to get back up off the floor if you ever find yourself down there for some reason and you can't get up. So yes. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody for continuing to support me, for being here, for watching religiously when, you know, some of it is a bit boring. I wish I could make it more interesting, but there you go. Anyway, that's the end for today, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.